Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube, and this is Tillamook that we are using in place of chapstick. I picked it at random. I do rotate this with my 12 chapsticks. And so whatever one my hand lands on, that's one we use, because I do want to get use out of all of them. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Why do I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube? The crazy, just enjoying your channel, enjoying the videos that you do. If you don't do videos, still just enjoying YouTube and the videos that you watch. And if you do videos, is that 2 or 3? Did I just bump 2 of this or 3? Oh damn, I think I did 3, so now it's 4. Yeah, I do curse on my channel sometimes. That's at the end of the intro that I didn't get to yet. The troll part is not caring too much. That's too much. Darn. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Fenty brow pencil on, that's the only thing on my face. This is the primer and the foundation from Fenty. Not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. When you're watching videos, try not to, this is too much. Try not to feel like you're a clown. Try not to feel like you need to, that is, dang. I'm so excited. That's why I'm just like giddy and I had a bag of Skittles. And I'm kind of like beside myself. But try not to feel like you need to use a particular brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. A lot of times we watch videos, and even to this day, I was watching a video yesterday. Today is, well, it's after midnight, so now it's July 27th. But on the 26th, I was watching a first impressions video of, I think it was Fantasy Cosmetica, their newest palette, I think Moonfall, and people were commenting, I love this look. I know now I'm definitely going to get this palette. And I'm thinking, even if you get the palette, if your skin tone isn't the same as the person that's using it, if your skill level isn't the same as the person that's using it, if your technique isn't the same exact as the person that's using it, it's not, the look is still not going to look the same. And so I feel like it's sad in a way. And I used to be one of those people when I first started wearing makeup, that I was buying everything that was hyped up, everything that the larger YouTube channels liked, and it wasn't working for me. And I'm like, why is this not working? Because of all those things I just mentioned. And so try not to feel like you need all of that stuff. I'm using this brush just to try to blend some of this foundation down out of my hairline over here. So try not to feel like you need that. And also when you're looking at looks that other people are doing, something that helps me is I really look at the colors. I look at the colors that they're using. I look at the entire eye look that they're using, and I think, do I have something already in my collection that I can do a similar look with? And chances are I do. And I have probably about 50 palettes, and I can still do similar looks to what I'm seeing. So this is just to say, you don't need every single palette. Number one, makeup is a luxury, not a need. Excuse me for that hiccup. Try not to feel like you need to get everything. Just get a few staple items and get a variety. So then that way when you see looks, you're like, I could use this shadow from this palette, that one and this one, and I can get a similar look. And so, and that'll help save you money in the long run too. But that's a little tidbit. Use whatever tools you want to use. There was a hype for a while about natural hair brushes, and actually still is in a way. My skin doesn't tolerate natural hair brushes, and I'm glad, because it saves me money. Because I would be trying to keep up with larger YouTubers and getting, every natural hair brush that I could afford, or that I can use a credit card with the purchase. And it's not a good idea to, I don't think it's a good idea to buy makeup with credit cards unless you pay that credit card off every month. Because even if it's on sale, by the time you pay off that credit card, if you have an interest rate, you're still paying more than what that palette was worth even at the sale price. And so are you really saving money? So I'm saying all of this to encourage you to just really think about the palettes that you see, the makeup that you see, the skincare that you see, and the looks, and listen to the reviews and first impressions, and really think, number one, is this my aesthetic? Is this something that's going to fit into my day-to-day routine? And can I dupe it with something else? Skincare, I give an exception. As I said, I do have sensitive skin, and some things just do not work for me. And when I find something that works, unfortunately, it's a lot of expensive different skincare brands. But I do believe skincare is an investment, because that's going to be with you. Your skin is going to be with you. Makeup, it washes off. And so even with me doing a lot of Pat McGrath, you don't need Pat McGrath. I do really like the matte formula. I like her Blitz Astral formula. I don't like the chunky monkeys, though I learned to appreciate them for what they are. But even with Pat McGrath, and me having done a month of Pat McGrath, please don't feel like you have to have it. If you're a Pat McGrath fan, or something that's been on your wish list for a while, when she has a 40% off sale, like she did last year around November, December, that's when I buy my Pat McGrath, either 30% off or 40% off. And I do, as you see, get use out of my palettes. I have a playlist for every eyeshadow brand I have. And if you look in them, you'd be like, damn, like she wasn't joking. She really does like use her stuff. Back to the intro. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, I be going on rants and tangents, as you see. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Try not to feel like you're not put together, or you're not your best, or you're not beautiful if you don't have on makeup. It's only makeup. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That is what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. Self-acceptance and self-love, and loving yourself and embracing yourself. I do curse on my channel sometimes. You've heard a few already. Apologies. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works. I thought it was something in my nose. That's inside my nostril. It looks like it's... I am really tripping. Because it looks like there's something in there. But that's the inside of my nostril. And I think I have a great hair right here. Who flares their nostrils in their videos? The Crazy Troll. But I do. Sometimes I think it's something in my nose, and it's the inside of my nostril. You can see clear up to my brain. Let me get... Let me get to the video. Don't eat a bag of Skittles an hour before you do a video. Oh my gosh, like my eyes are tearing. I'm like laughing so hard. Part of who does that? Oh my gosh, I am out of control. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Crazy. If you've been here before, I know y'all are laughing with me, because I be doing some wacky stuff here. And this goes back to the intro. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not going to edit that out because I was being silly and just kind of like, why is she like showing us the inside of her nose? Because I do stuff like that. I'm just goofy and silly sometimes. There's times I'm serious. Usually in makeup videos. Well, sometimes I am. It depends. But enjoying YouTube. That's what we do here. I'm also really excited because... Well, because of this, but not only because of this, we're using the Blitz Astral Quad. This is Nocturnal Nirvana. I thought the name of this was Blitz Astral Quad, and I have been calling it Blitz Astral Quad, but there's a colon, and then it says Nocturnal Nirvana. But I still just kept thinking it was Blitz Astral Quad, and I was watching Joe Beauty 87, aka Grace, and she was like, this is the Nocturnal Nirvana palette, and I'm like, no, it's not. And I look on the back. It says Blitz Astral Quad Nocturnal Nirvana. This one is Divine Bronze Luxe Quad. And this is Venusian Sunrise. And even with all of that, and the Venusian Sunrise being after the colon. I knew that this was Venusian Sunrise, but for some reason I was just stuck on the first part of this one, and I think because they're Blitz Astral shades, and so I was stuck on, this is the Blitz Astral Quad. I think that's why my brain just, but I'm excited to use this. We're going to put all of these on the lid. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm excited about it. If we need a matte, we're going to go into Venusian Sunrise. First impressions, this disappointed me a little bit because this shade right here is not a shade on me. And even using a sponge tip applicator, I know I said that funny, applicator. This is not a color on me. It was just a few specks of shimmer, and that's it, and it wasn't even a consistent shimmer. So even as a topper shade, this to me is like, it didn't do anything. I did get both of these for 30% off, and so price per shadow was about $10 and some change, which is not unheard of. But for this not to even be a shade or a shadow or a topper, I'm like, so I was feeling some kind of way. But I did like the look that I did. So if I feel like I want to use a matte, I'll either use this one or this one from this. This is sort of like one of the Skin Show shades from the motherships, and it's called New Solaris. And it just added just a subtle sheen on top of the mattes. I like the look. It was really basic, but this is a basic palette. So let's get into it. Oh, why I am excited. We're going to take this is called Blitz Purple. We're going to take this first. The reason I'm really excited, I'm going to try an Hourglass number 3 brush first. It is a dense brush and it's thick, and so is the Esum. This is the Esum V27. Density, they feel the same. This is a little more dense only because it's shorter, so it's not going to flex as much just because it's shorter. But if I feel like I need a more dense brush or a shorter brush to give more control, then I'll switch to this one. But we're going to see first how it works with the Hourglass number 3, and because excuse me, none of these are chunky monkeys, they should work. This I think is a dual chrome, because to me it looks brown on some angles, or like a grayish green, and then it's green. And just to tell you the names of them, Blitz Purple, this is, let me look on the back. This is Blitz Purple, this is VR Emerald, this is Blitz Aquamarine, and this is Incandescent Gold. So we're going to take the Blitz Purple. One of my YouTube and Instagram friends IGDM'd me asking if I saw or heard that Pat McGrath is coming to Ulta. I was like, oh, no, I haven't, because I was asleep all day. I'm nocturnal, so I go to sleep in the morning and get up in the late afternoon, early evening, depending on what time I go to sleep. I think I do want to take the Esum brush just because it's smaller and I can get down here in this area. But I think it's going on okay though. So and then when I woke up, I was wondering like if I was dreaming, because I do wake up every 90 minutes or so, and I may, you know, check messages, text messages, emails, comments under my YouTube videos. But then when I wake up to get up, part of me is like, did that really happen? And then I can go check. I can go back and check messages and things like that. But I woke up and I'm thinking, Pat McGrath is coming to Ulta. So I Googled it and I was like, oh, it really is. So I'm really excited about that. I do want to use a smaller brush. I said I keep using this brush. I am hella excited about that because Ulta's point system is so much better. I think in July, well, this is July 27th now, I think they're going to have some things available in store, but most of it online. And I think it said, you know, according to how they're going to roll it out, by the end of September, there should be a full display in Ulta stores, select Ulta stores. So I'm thinking a lot of it still will be online. But Ulta's point system is so much better than Sephora's point system. And so that's why I'm excited. And right now, if you shop at Ulta and you're signed up for emails and they send you the emails of their offers and coupons and all of that, which seems to be like every other day, at the bottom of my email, it shows how many points I have, and it tells you how much money those points are worth. I have about 5,400 points at Ulta. And I am diamond at Ulta. My points don't expire. I don't know if they expire. This is straight, but this is looking janky. I'm going to use a smaller brush. I don't know why I was playing. So let me put the other Hourglass brushes away. We're just going to use the Esom brushes. And those 5,400 points, cash value is like $315, $314. Now think about that. 5,400 points worth $314. Ulta, when you have 2,500 points, that's only worth $100. So if I had 5,400 points at Sephora, that would only be $200, whereas at Ulta is worth $315. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know, as I said, with other tiers at Ulta, but for Diamond, they don't expire. And you can use them whenever you want to. You can stack using your points when they have other offers. As far as I know, you can stack them with coupons or like sell items, and that's what makes it so much better than Sephora, because Sephora, once you redeem your points, you have 3 months to use it, and you have to use it all in one transaction, whereas Ulta, there's a drop down menu of how many points do you want to use, and it shows you how much they're worth. And I really like that. So I am just super excited that Pat McGrath is coming to Ulta, and I am a part of the Ulta Beauty Board. And of course, Sephora copied that. So now there's a Sephora something board that I got an email invitation to be a part of. And it's where you do surveys and they ask you questions and blah, blah, blah. And for Ulta, they were talking about different brands. And myself and quite a few other people were like, we would love to see Pat McGrath come to Ulta. So when I saw that, I'm like, wow. And I really do. I did comment before somewhere in there in one of the surveys or something, that I really do feel like Ulta is listening to when they ask us, you know, feedback for stuff. And so now I need Haus Labs to come to Ulta, even though their blushes last for 24 months every open it, so I don't need any blushes from Haus Labs anytime soon, but I'm just really excited. Now we're going to take Aquamarine, this shade here, and we're going to put that next to the purple. I don't know how this is going to look. This is a light shade, but it's pretty. So we're going to put this here. Okay. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I said I'm putting on all these shades. This seems to be more sheer, and it may just seem more sheer because it's a lighter shade than the purple. That may be why. It is feeling hard pressed. Not in the sense that it's not picking up, but I'm having to go in like quite a bit. And I'm not sure if it's because it's a lighter shade. And we are going to sweep in between. I think I'm going to go back with the brush with the purple, unless I can get the blend the way I want it. Most palettes do have an overspray, and I'm wondering if that's what it was with that gold shade. Oh, that is nice. With and the other palette I showed you, the other quad that I showed you, and I'm wondering if that's what it is here, where it may seem like it's hard to pick up, but then after you break through, where you get through that top layer, then it seems easier. There is no kick up in the pan with this. I've used this one so far, and now I'm using this one. And for this one, I am like pressing and swiping, and there is no kick up. And I'm not even tapping off. Like, it is in the brush. I don't know if there's fallout on my face. If it is, I don't see it. Yes, I'm wondering if that's what it was with the gold shade from Nocturnal Sun. No, darn it, what is it? Venusian Sunrise. But that shade just didn't do anything. Just a few specks of light. And I'm just like, why are you here? So much so that I thought about not even keeping it. But then I'm like, you know, if I want a brown or a tan, I think that lighter shade is actually a taupe something or other. So I'll just, excuse me for smacking, I'll just, you know, use that. I used to use the Natasha Denona Camel palette because I had browns and tans in it, and that was great for me if I just wanted a brown or a tan or an upper transition shade or something like that. So we're going to put that down, and now we're going to take the green one, VR Emerald, this one right here. And I did purchase both of these to pair together, both of these quads to pair together, because the name of it, Venusian Sunrise, it is a basic palette, and it's similar. Some of the shades, those go well together, like almost too well. Like, can you tell? When I turn this way, you can see the green, and then you see, excuse me, the turquoise. But I'm loving how these two blend over here, but these two are blending into each other, almost like a multi-chrome, dual-chrome thing. And so I did purchase these to use together, because even though Venusian Sunrise is really basic, those shades, I'm like, do I want to go into Brown Seduction, that big heavy palette, just for a brown? You know what I mean? So, and I have been wanting this one for a long time, and every time there was a sale, it would be sold out, and even when it wasn't on sale, it would be still sold out. So when I saw it and it was in stock and it was a 30% off sale, I'm like, let me hurry up and just put this in my cart before it disappears again. And so thankfully it was 30% off. I don't think, I do have some fallout. I have a little bit right here. I don't know what shade that is. Now we're going to take the gold. This is incandescent gold. Yeah, so we're going to take that. That's going to go on the inner lid. I like this palette, and all of them do seem like a little hard to pick up, because I am like seriously pressing and swiping, and it is coming up on the brush, and there is no fallout, there's no kick up. I'm not tapping off. Now I don't know after using this 3 or 4 or 5 times what it's going to do, but right now, and when I saw the formula of this, I'm like, I definitely want this, because as I had mentioned, I felt something fall out right here. I don't like the chunky monkeys, and these are not the chunky monkeys, and it's very colorful. So I was like, I've been wanting this for a long time. I really have. And this is the look. We're going to go back to the brush that had this shade, the blue shade, this one, and we're just going to just blend that upward across those colors, and we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm thinking to use that taupey shade from Venusian Sunrise as a transition. Well, brow bone actually. This is a brush that had the purple. We're not adding shadow to it. We're just going to, wrong side of the brush, we're just going to feather right here. If you have this palette, this quad, let me know what you think about it. Have you used like all 4 colors on your lid, or do you just use just one on the lid, or even as a one and done? Do you just put one of these shades on the lid, you know, use a matte transition shade, outer corner shade, or like do you, like how do you use it? I'm liking how this looks. I was going to say that I prime my lids. Yo, I just be so excited about stuff that I forget what I'll be doing. So we're going to just feather a little bit more here. So I don't want to use a lot of, that was all the shades. I'm digging it, and they work well together. So I think I'm going to, that was a weird noise. This one to me sometimes is a little, well, I've only used it the once, so I think this would be too dark. So we're going to take this one, and that shade is Sunset Hope. This one down here. We're going to use this brush, but I'm wondering if I want to take a fluffier brush. Actually, we are. We're going to take this one because it's tapered. I do feel some flicks on my face. So we're going to just tap straight into it. The mattes do have kick up, and we're just going to press. So I'm just pressing the tip of the brush just in this space right here. And I think I did this in the other look as well, just tapping it, because it looks like this would be ashy on me or look dusty on me, but I liked how it looked when I just tapped it actually kind of in the same area where we are now. So you see the difference. You see my skin slash the eye primer, and then you see this shade up here. And we're going to do small circular motions here. We're going to tap back in, and we're going to tap along this edge over here just to soften that line. I'm not going to do circular motions or swiping because I don't want to disturb the richness of that color. I just want it to look like it's a little softer. So that's why we're putting it there. So that's what that looks like compared to what that side looks like. So that's just the shadow. This is with Sunset Taupe. I'm not liking how that's looking because it's too far down. Maybe I'll clean it up when I put more foundation there. That's what I might do, because it's looking, I'm not liking this part right here. So I don't know now if I'm going to do that on this side. Or I will and just fix it both, because I do want it to look the same whether it's messed up or not, because that looks very different than this side. So let's just do it, and then we'll try to fix it. Or maybe I needed to feather it down instead of just, let me see. No, that didn't help it. No, you know what I could do? Just take more of that purple and put over there. That's what I think I'm gonna do, actually. But then that'll bring the purple further down, but that'll be okay. I think I like that better than how this is looking over here. Now this side I like, so like what did I do different? I didn't keep applying it like I'm doing now. So this side I like, but this, and I'm thinking I should just use the foundation to clean that up. We're gonna go in with the purple. Yeah, this is me not really knowing what I'm doing, because I don't want to bring the purple down too far. This is the brush that had the purple. We're going to swipe in the purple, and we're going to come down here below where we stopped the purple. Oh Lord, girl, you should have used the foundation. Oh, you know what, if I can keep the line straight, it might be okay. This is me messing up and trying to fix it. I like this. So you know what, let me just stop. So now we need to get a sharp so I'm just pressing it, trying to get that straight line. And then we're going to press inward. So we're just pressing, and well, you see what my skin is doing. So I'm just placing and just pressing. This is sharper because it is hooked right here, and I'm gonna leave it that way. That was by accident. So we're just pressing. We're pressing and kind of just wiggling it in. The shapes are still different. This is more down and back, where this one is still kind of angled upward. Do I dare? I do dare. Here I go. I'm laughing because reading comments, not particularly my videos, because if you've been here, y'all know I'm a troll and y'all know I'm gonna just do whatever. But reading comments under other people's videos, because I do that sort of thing, people will say, well, this eye has more of that shimmer shadow than this eye, and it would look better if they look the same. And it's always, this still has a sharpness that I like, but I don't know how to do that over here because it was an accident. And it's, oh, and those types of comments are from people who don't even do videos. Well, you should really do this, or you should put this shade over here, or you will look better in this type of color than that color. And I'm like, you know, when you do videos, you have a whole new perspective on makeup and what it's going to look like and what stuff is going to do. And so when I see comments like that, we're going to take the brush and we're going to take the foundation and primer. I'm like, they have no idea. Because first of all, you do have to have some sense of self-security to do videos, because when you put yourself out here, you're being vulnerable. You're opening yourself up to criticism. Everybody's not going to be nice, and it usually starts with, I'm not trying to be harsh, but you know, your eyeliner on this eye, you know, was a different shape and the other shape was better, and so maybe you can work on that. And it's always, as I said, not always, but maybe like 8 times out of 10, probably 9 times out of 10, is somebody who doesn't do videos. And I don't think that they understand that it takes a lot to get on here and to open yourself up and to do looks, because some people will criticize you. I criticize myself. If I don't like something, like with that, I'm like, okay, I messed up over here. I don't like how that look. I'll let you know what I don't like about a look, but you may see something that I don't see that you don't like. And every look I see I don't like, but I say something good. Even if it's, I really like how you put that color combination together. You know what I mean? I might not like the shape or whatever, but I'm going to say something nice. That old thing, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And to start out with, I'm not trying to be harsh. Well, you just told me you're going to be harsh, or that it's going to sound harsh, but you're acting like that's not your intention, which it may not be. But why even say that? Like, you can click on a different video. We're going to take the Fashion Fair Truly Tawny powder. It's actually called Set It Loose powder. The shade is Truly Tawny. And so I just find it funny in a way. And people say, you know, misery likes company. And I don't know if they're miserable and they could have just had a bad day, or they really may think that they're being helpful. And sometimes I do comment to people who comment stuff like that under somebody else's video, because I know what I'm not gonna say I know exactly how the person feels, but I understand the vulnerability it takes to even be here to do videos. And what I'll do is I'll reference my own looks. Like if they say something like, oh, that your eyeshadow wasn't blended properly on one eye, I'll comment something like, oh my gosh, you know, you would have a field day with my videos because some of my looks be busted. And then they'll comment something back like, well, I wasn't being critical, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, you know, I hear what you're saying, and that's why I reference my videos, because I know my makeup doesn't always come out perfect. So I always bring it back on me. So it's not, so in a way, I'm defending the person in the video, but also in a way, I'm like, watch my videos. Like, yeah, help my channel out. Come over here and talk about me, because I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I care about those of you who support me, but if you're just going to come here and just say something negative, first of all, I know my makeup isn't always perfect, so you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. And there are some, there are some looks where my eyeshadow is not blended, my wings are looking funky, the eyeshadow colors end up not being a good combination. So you're not telling me nothing I don't know. So in other words, it's not going to hurt my feelings at all. So please do come, you know, subscribe, join, leave me super thanks and and all of that stuff, because it's only makeup and it washes off at the end of the day. It's not like, you know, I decided to have like some cosmetic procedure done out of vanity and then it comes out busted and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. I'm like, oh, too late now, it's already done. And and sometimes also NYX Retractable Eyeliner in Deep Purple. You know, we're going to do green. We're going to do aqua green on the inner portion of the lid. I'm wondering if we want to do 3 different colors, but then are they all going to show up? We're going to do that. We're going to take gold. Is that what it's called? Gold on the inner portion of the lid. Inner portion of the lower lash line. So this sometimes, that's what I was going to say. Sometimes I don't see stuff. Like I might say, oh, I don't have no fallout. And then after I do the pictures, after I do the IG Reel / YouTube short, after, you know, all of that, I'll look in the mirror and be like, damn, I got like fallout all over my face. So sometimes we really don't see it because of our lighting. And for me, I think it's because I'm focusing on the eye look. And so I'm not seeing if there's like a dark patch here where the purple might have fell out on my face or whatever. So for me, that's what it is. I just don't see it for whatever reason. Because like right now, I'm looking at this right here. I'm not looking at the rest of my face. And I'll look at the eye look and be like, wow, like, yeah, this is bomb. And then later I'll be like, damn, I got like stuff all over here. You know what I mean? And so those are things that I can relate to, or things that I think other content creators, excuse me, just may not see at that time, because we're not looking at our entire face when we're doing our eyeshadow look. When we're doing our eyeshadow look, we're looking at the eyeshadow, you know what I mean? And once we move on to the rest of our face, we're looking at where we're placing the blush, where we're putting our bronzer. We're not looking at the bigger picture until it's over, and then we, you know, kind of sit back and we're looking like, wow, like, yeah, this is a bomb ass look. And so, but there are things that just get overlooked. And those are things, all the above that I said, I don't think people who don't do videos can relate to that. And so it's easy to just look and be like, oh, well, this ain't right. Because the whole time you're looking at the video, you may be looking at my whole entire face and not just the eye look. Even though some of you be like, I was distracted by your eye look the whole time you were talking about whatever else, which wasn't even about the eye look. But sometimes it's just, you know, it just is what it is. I'm pulling out brushes. Ooh, I got 4 of these. Okay. We're going, and now I'm wishing I had 6 of these, which I don't need 6. I have this thing where whatever brush I use for eyeshadow, like for lid placement, I want to use all the same. Like I had out 4 of the Hourglass, but then I used 4 of the Esom. And that's just a weird thing about me. So we're going to, yes, I'm going to put these away. And since, excuse me, since I don't think they'll be fallout. So we're going to take this, excuse me. And because of the texture of it, we're actually going to swirl the tip. There is no hiccup in here, none whatsoever. And we're going to put this here, and actually we're going to wrap it since that's also right here. So we're going to wrap that here. I like that it's a color, but it's not a color. It just adds a little bit of shine. So I'm wrapping it, so it's up here already. So we're wrapping around our tear duct area and down here. I like that. We're going to go into the next shade. Actually, I only needed 3 of these, so that one's going to go back home. Now we're going to take this one, and we're going to do the same thing, because we're just using the tip of the brush. And we're swirling that in. And we're going to put this right here. I probably should have did this first before I did more foundation, like just in case there was fallout from placing this under here. I'm going to bring this in, overlap just a little bit. These shadows show up. And now we're going to take the purple, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just swirling the tip. Apologies if you couldn't see me. So it's just on the tip of the brush. And we're going to bring this here. And we're going to do the same thing again. And we're going to put this here. So my suggestion is, like, if you're new here, you've never been here before, like, just think about those things that I mentioned and just try to find something nice. Or if it's really bothering you, just click off the video. Like, it's only makeup. Like, it is not that serious. And if you don't do videos, it's like, you know, if you're saying you should do this or that, how about you do a video and you show me? How about that? How about that? We're going to take the brush that we used for this shade, not adding shadow to it. And we're just going to buff under here. So in a way it makes me laugh, but in a way it makes me a little sad, because I'm like, okay, are they just a miserable person? Or are they having a bad day? Like, what's going on with them that they feel they need to come on here and watch a video and tell somebody it don't look right? Or to pinpoint the one thing. And also somebody was saying, oh, when you bronze your forehead, it doesn't look natural. They didn't do videos either. So I'm just like, why? We're going to take, I want to do eyeliner, lashes, and stuff. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Face Highlighting and Contour Palette in 02 Citrus. Even though it's this contour palette, there's no contour or bronzer shade in here. So I don't know why it says that. But we're going to use this because that's one of the prizes for the scavenger hunt. And so I want to show you how I use the whole system. So if you're wondering, like, I don't know about that, Dion, I'm going to show you what it can do. I'm trying to figure out, I kind of want to do a funky eyeliner, because this is bomb and I don't want it to look messy, but I kind of think this is Coutura from from Melt Cosmetics. Do we want to funk it out? I'm not liking how, where's that brush? The one that had the gold lower lash line, because how this looks blended right here and this one doesn't. I did not add shadow to this brush. This is the one that had the gold on the tip. And so we're just pulling it over. And I don't think it's going to be pulled over because it's just getting eaten up with that bold blue. I think that does look a little better. And so this is what I'm talking about. You know, sometimes we see things after the fact, or as we keep looking at it, it's just like, I don't really like that one. Or how this has a peak still in this side. I think it does it? Oh, did I get a peak? Okay. But how this side didn't at first. And I also really feel like we are our worst critic at times. I was thinking of okay boomer. That was for you, Dawn. And she'll comment on it, and I'll see it 2 days from now and be like, what is she talking about? This is Slate, which is a green, which I think, is it green? I want to say it's green. Is it blue? It's blue, but to me it looks very similar to the green one. The green one is, this would help. The green one is Fortune. This is Fortune. This is Slate. On my lids though, on my upper lash line, they look the same. This is, shit, it's on the back. Fortune, this is Slate. But when I apply them, they look the same. So I'm thinking I want to do Slate, because even though it's blue, but it still looks, it shows up like a really deep kind of blue, where this shows up as like a deep, deep green black. But because we have one both blue and green, I'm going to do one on each lid. Even though Couture would be like POW, stand out-ish. I wish I could hear y'all, damn it. This would set it off. This would set it off, but we're going to be sensible. So we're going to use 2 of the melt liners. I didn't even pick up the melt liners. Oof. The ones I picked up. So this is Slate. This is the blue. I think I did this before, where I did Slate on one eye and Fortune on the other, and they did look the same. So had I known before I purchased them, I would have only gotten one of them. I got them 50% off. They were $11 a piece. And I did think to not even try Slate, but then I was curious of how similar will they look, and they did. So I was just like, well, I done opened it now. And I don't give away cream products that I, stuck brushes in. Just like I don't give away stuff that has a wand in it. And I do, excuse me for smacking, I do like the color. I just think it's very similar to Slate. I think too, it may have to do with what I'm putting it on top of. Because over here, this is looking bluish purple, but it's because I'm putting it over purple. So we're going to see what Fortune looks like. But over this area, over my mobile lid, it just shows up. I can tell down here it's not black. That I can tell. But is it really that much of a difference? So now we're going to go into Slate. This is Fortune. I apologize if I confuse you. This is Slate. This is Fortune. It says it right on the back, and I can read, so I don't know why I'll be acting like I can't. I've learned to just take a little bit so I can get a thin line, and that's why I keep going back into it. It's important for me to get a thin line so that you can still see a hint of my lid when I look up, because you only see this little strip of mobile lid, and if my eyeliner is too thick, you're not going to see any mobile lid at all. You'll just see the liner, and that just got real thick right there in the middle. Dang it. So I'm making this part thicker just to make it look even. Yep, I am sucking my teeth at myself. I shouldn't have said anything about the thick liner, because then maybe it wouldn't have happened. Maybe subconsciously I wanted you to see what I was talking about. I don't know. I'm making up stuff, but it sounded good, didn't it? So we're going to bring this up here the same as we did on the other side, and then we're going to fill that in. So even here, it looks the same. These are, it says Ultra Matte Gel Liner. They're very creamy, but once they dry, like when I go to remove this with a makeup remover wipe with my micellar water on it, Sometimes I still got to put work into it, depending on how much micellar water is on the makeup remover white. When this says ultra matte, it's ultra matte. So this is Slate. You can tell it's not a black. This is Fortune. Is that one further out? This looks to be more bold. We're going to bring this further out because I want you to see it, to see the color different if possible. It doesn't look much different. If I had to pick one, which I don't, I would have just went with, I don't know now, because I'm liking how this does look blue, but then so does this one. They show up more as different colors when I have a neutral eye look on, but because I have such a colorful eye look on, so they both serve a purpose. That's that. So, oh, what I wanted to do, take this purple that we used on the outer corner of lower lash line, and we're going to put this on our inner rims, on both, oops, both our lower and upper inner rims. I'm trying to think of what else to say. How is your day going today? Even though it's like almost 2 in the morning. But when you're watching this, how's your day going so far? If you're watching this in the morning, I know some of you get ready while I'm getting ready, even though I am on my way to sleep when this airs. But thank you for allowing me to keep you company while you're starting your day and doing your makeup. And I do hope you have a good day. If you're watching this in the morning, if you're watching this in the evening, I hope you had a good day. We're going to take the Lancome Cils Boost Mascara. I think this one is almost done. It's been open for 3 months. The other one I opened like a week after this one because for some reason I had took it out of the box and they look identical because they're the same thing. The lifespan, the POA is 6 months for these, but I think I'm going to get rid of this one and start using the other one because I opened this one March 3rd and this is the end of July, and my label says these are good till the end of September. So even if I get rid of this one now, which it does seem like it's almost finished, at least I'll still get 3 months out of the other one. I was thinking one of these two, but we're going to take Squirt. We're going to bring out that green. I am digging this look, y'all. This is MAC Stack Mascara. I love these. I love the formula. The one feels a tad, what's the word? Plasticky, but not super plasticky. I think it was Il Maquillage. It was another mascara I used, and I think I used it a handful of times. I couldn't take it. I'm like, this is just feeling too plasticky for me. This doesn't feel plasticky like that. And I do, you know, it's bearable. It's not like, oh my gosh, I hate using this. Where those, I didn't enjoy using it. And the black one I had got first. It was a free gift with purchase or something. And I was curious about it, but I didn't want to buy it because I had other mascaras open. And so when it was a free gift with purchase, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And I like it. So then when they came out with the color ones, the green, purple, and the blue, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. I need to check and see if they're still selling it because when it first came out, they said they were only making 500 of each color. And so me, not even on sale, I purchased all 3 because I'm like, I want to try them. I knew I liked the Stack mascara formula, and having different color mascaras to me is just fun. Like, look at this look, y'all. Oh, wow, that's green. I probably should have used the blue. But it's fun to do. The same with contrasting eyeliners or just non-typical eyeliners, meaning just not a black on your upper lash line all the time. And so I need to check and see if they're still selling these. And I really think they were testing us. Like, we're gonna say we're making 500 of each and see if they sell out, because if people are buying them, that means they want it, so we're going to make more. And I kind of think they already do have more. They're just like waiting to see. So I kind of think they tricked us. I don't know, but I really need to check. This is funky and I'm here for it. Like this we're going to get into this system. We're going to take two of these things in here. Or I'm talking slow because I'm trying to do more than two things at one time. Two of these are cream products, and so we're going to use these brushes for the cream products. I don't know if I'm going to do bronzer or not. We'll think about that later. I'm just pulling out random brushes right now. Some brushes I don't want to use, but they work. So we're going to use them. And this one. Okay. All right, so we're going to open this up. So if you're considering if this would be one of the prizes you want to pick, this is how I use it. And I do have a video just using it because I wanted people to see this is how you can use it. And I am going to use everything in here. So I'm going to turn the flap back, and we're going to start with the cream highlight. And I'm not even going to read what it says because that'll just take me longer because the font is clear. And as you see, this is reflective, so it's kind of hard to read. So that is that. And keep in mind, this is over a powdered down face. I put too much. Too much. Woo, like this, woo. And I want to blend it somewhere, but I don't want to swipe it because I don't want to disturb the foundation. And as you see, it's not picking up my foundation. I am not a cream. I feel like I got an eyelash in my eye. I'm not a cream highlight, cream blush, cream bronzer, cream contour person, but her formula, like, look at this, and it doesn't disturb what's underneath it. So when people say don't put, you know, cream on top of powder, I'm like, works for me. But then it depends, because there are some brands, this is the cream blush, some brands I use, and it does pick up my foundation, but Natasha's don't. And I don't know if it's just the tapping method or the type of brush. I really think it's the formula, because I remember when the e.l.f. putty blushes first came out, I was using those. They were picking up my foundation like crazy, and me not seeing it, I'm like, this is so nice. And when I would look back, you could see patches where it had picked up my foundation, and because of that I didn't keep any of those. But this is the cream highlight and the cream blush, y'all. Now we're going to take, I don't know, I'm not going to take this brush. This is a dense brush. We're not going to use that for blush because this blush can be intense. And so we're going to take, Japanese brush. I don't, can you tell? I mean, it serves a purpose even though I don't like it. What we're going to do first, yeah, we're going to do the powder blush first. Those brushes that I use for the cream, this one, it's like a, and it's not pulling out. I'm gonna have to cut that. There's like this, I know you can't see it probably. It's just like 3 hairs. Just, oh, there it go. What? These are Sephora brushes. I'm taking up too much time, so let me stop. My OCD is kicking in. This says Pro Flawless Airbrush, and it's number 58. That's what these two were that I use for the cream products. These two are Japanese brushes from like TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I don't like them, but they serve a purpose. They're not soft. So we're going to put on the blush, the powder blush on top of the cream blush. And I picked this brush because it is flimsy. And so it's hard to get too much unless I just apply like way too much. I was going to say, did I put mascara on? Y'all, you know what it is? I just sit here and do things in a way out of habit. And then it's like, did I do that already? Like a year troll, you did. This eye feels like it's starting to try to water. So that's the powder blush on top of the cream blush. We're going to take this. Excuse me for smacking. We're going to, these are lethal brushes. Both of these are, it says 115 blush brush, and I chose these because these are flimsy too. So we're going to take this one right here. So when you're holding it straight, it's the one down here, and we're going to put this here, and this is the more shiny one compared to this one. So this is the one we're using. And so we're going to tap that up here in this area. This system, and I do always use the whole system. So now we're going to take this one and we're going to go into the darker one. And all I'm doing is just lightly tapping because it does pick up. And if you want more, we're going to put that on the inside, like right here. And for her video, I think she sweeps this over the whole cheek area. And I'm just like, do I want my whole cheek area like that? I haven't done it though, and it is pretty. But look at that shine. I think she took this all over and then she put the super shiny one like all over too. And I'm like, that's a lot of glow. That is nice. You see this? So we're going to put that brush down, and now we're going to take, I don't think I want to, do I want to use this one? This is kind of big for that. I'm not going to take that one. That was the other Japanese one. We're going to put that down, and we're going to take a Scott Barnes Travel Highlighter brush, it says, and we're going to go into Citrus, and this is what the palette is named after, 02 Citrus. It is a dual chrome. And so we are going to swipe this. We're going to tap off, and we're going to just put this just right here. Just right here. Do you see that? So we're tapping in, swiping in, and I've learned the hard way, just do a little bit right here. Like I don't do the whole, you know, or how some people take it like on their eye and bring it around, or they drape their blush. Like I don't do all of that because my face shape is puffy, so I don't want, you know, like I got hit with a soda can on the side of my face. But this is why this is called Citrus. And you can see it even here, like this is just, so we're gonna take the brush that we use for powder, and we're just gonna do all of this. We're just blending everything in. What would help with this also, if you felt like it was too much, or maybe not, is take a finishing powder from Hourglass, but those have a luminosity to it too, so that just might make things look more shiny. But the glow, and to me it looks natural, it looks healthy. And so we did use all 6 of these, and that was what, a few minutes? And so even though it looks like a lot, the whole thing, I do want to take a bronzer. And I do I? Yeah. I was going to say, do I have a Natasha Denona bronzer? I have one in the Tan Bronze and Glow palette. This can, excuse me, this can get dark on me super quick, and so I need to be careful with it. But we're going to, oh, that friggin' fuck. That Japanese brush I can't get away from. So we're going to, so we're just going to tap it. Because it's flimsy, it doesn't pick up a lot of product all the time. So we're going to just do 2 taps there, 2 taps here, where the natural hollow is in my cheek. And we're just going to do that. And then we're just going to swipe a little bit, swirl a little bit. So you see how that just added some definition to my face other than just all the shine. And that's going to be that. That's going to be it. Like, we're not going to put, yeah, we are. We're going to just do the same thing like we do with bronzer all the time. I use it interchangeably for contour, because usually this area here is contour, but I use blush and, I'm sorry, I use bronzer as contour too. So we're going to do this. I'm going to tap in, tip of my nose. I don't highlight the tip of my nose because it's already big as hell, so like, why do I want it shiny? We're going to tap in, tap off, corner, corner, and you can see it, right? Going to tap in again. This is powdery. And we're going to tap across. And then we're going to go in small circular motions. Thank you for being here. This video is like an hour. Maybe I should set this as a premiere. Maybe I'll do that. It feels different watching premieres when they're an hour long versus a video that's an hour long. And I think because of the interaction and the chit chat that we be doing in the comment section. So I need to think about that, because I have a premiere for the 3rd, which has already passed. And so I don't know if I want to do 2 premieres in a week, because I know some of you do make it a point to like really be there, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, because I know you have other things to do. Even though I know you enjoy being here and I appreciate it, but some of you, you know, you have partners at home, you have kids at home, you work full-time jobs, you might work day hours, night hours, whatever. And so I try to be aware of that, and tapping in very lightly again, because I do like a little bronzer like right here on my chin area. And I am looking a little shiny, but that's the glow from, this is powdery. Look at this. That's powder from the bronzer in here. Wow. So I'll just wipe it off with the brush, and then wipe the brush off, and then wash the brush later. This is the face lip. Ooh. I've been getting so excited. Martine Cosmetics. Yo, why are we all green today? And we got the green lashes. You know what surprises me though? It's like when that happens. When I think of something, I'm like, ooh. Because I usually don't have those moments often. Usually I gotta sit and think like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do with that? Because of course I thought black, but then when I looked at the look, I'm like, and then I thought green. And I do have, why did I say that way? Because I'm excited. And I do have, I think it's called Dark Forest, which to me looks like a deep blue. But this is supposed to be green. It's supposed to be a forest green. But this from Martine Cosmetics, this is green. This Martine Cosmetics, this is called Eleanor. Oh my gosh. Y'all, did y'all think when I started this video using that quad that we were going to end up with this? I could do a color block lip and put the blue. I think I did that before. The only thing with color block lip is, you see how already this transferred down? And I didn't even smush my lips together. And so I think like with color block lips, like how do you keep it from bleeding over? I want to do a color block with, what is it called? Sea Queen. But that would be for another day. I am loving the eye look, but we're just going to stick with this. I think that would be really nice. Not for this look, but when we want to be like more funky than we are now, funky in a good way, because we have on the contrasting eyeliner, we have on the green mascara, now we're doing a green lip. So save the color block lip for another look. This is perfect for this. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna stop trying to fix this because it's just that my lips are crooked, and I don't try too hard to get them symmetrical because they're not. So that goes to embracing your natural features, enhancing them when you want to, if you want to, but never feeling like you have to. I do try to just get the line straight, so I'm using the tip of the wand. Yep, there we go. This is the look. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know, like I did not know this was going to come out like this. All of these colors, as you saw, they work well together, so I'm not even going to get into it. Ow, I just hit my breast with the tip of it. Some things are dangerous. I'm loving the liner, but it doesn't look much different. This to me looks more purple. Well, actually, to me, this turned out like a deep purple. This turned out like a lighter bluish purple. And again, this was Slate, which was blue, and this was Fortune, which is green. So it may be what we put it over top of. I'm loving the green mascara. I think that sets it off. I'm loving lower lash line. I'm loving, the inner rims, and I am loving under here. The cheek situation, it's like a there, not there, but it's just like a lot of glow, a lot of shine. It looks natural, it looks healthy. The lip sets off the eye. This is hitting. This is hitting it. Thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts below. And I appreciate you. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.